Hi everyone, this is Heba from My Little Journal, and today I'm really excited to be starting and documenting my October daily. I did share a while back how I prepped my title card and my traveler's notebook and my cover. It was a lot of fun, and I'm really excited to document the first, I think I have like 3 days here or 4 days, I'm not sure, but I'm going to share with you how I'm going to use this traveler's notebook as my October daily. I'm keeping it simple, cohesive, consistent, so I can get this project done in time to work on my Thankful 30. So I always recommend this, that if you are working on a project like this, keep it simple. That way you can document your photos and your journaling and have a great time in the process. So I'm going to speed this up, do a voiceover, and share with you how my first few pages turn out. Hi everyone, this is Heba from My Little Journal, and I'm really excited to be working in my October Daily 2020 and sharing all the processes with you guys while I set up my pages. Now, I'm going to be using my Everyday Explorer Traveler's Notebook. This is a great traveler's notebook. You can add a photo and some journaling and call it done. And basically that's what I'm going to be doing. Now, I went ahead and printed out my journaling on just white printer paper. I'm using my Everyday Explorer calendar day stamp set to add the day and the month. And I'm going to do this for every single day in my project. So this is really going to keep things cohesive and looking great. Now, this Everyday Explorer stamp set comes in 2 versions. And on the next version, which is like the more calendar day stamp set, I think, had the stamp day. So what I decided to do was actually stamp day right above my number. So it's going to end up saying day 1, day 2, October. And I thought that looked really neat. So I go back in and add it to day 1. And that way my journaling and stamping out my days is done. So now I can focus on, making my pages cute. Now, this day 1 was all about documenting tradition. I am using Serena B's October Daily prompts. They are great prompts, and I'm not going day by day. I'm just choosing the prompts that work for me for that day. And I really like the tradition or document your tradition. So I had created this collage of my daughter and I. We go every year to Target and try on all the costumes. Obviously, this year we are not going to be doing that because we are not trying on costumes after other people, tried them on. So I just created a collage of years, past years that we have done that. I love this die cut that says scary. That's from my Hey Pumpkin ephemera pack. And I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to add it to my page. I really, really want to use it. I end up just adding it around my photo on day 1, and I really like how that looks, so I go for it. Now, because I just felt like it was just sitting there floating, I decided to back up my photo with some pattern paper. Again, I'm using my Hey Pumpkin paper pad. Love this collection so much. I bought it last year, and I'm so excited to actually use it. I'm just measuring where I need to cut my pattern paper. I take it to my trimmer, and I'm going to back up my photo and my die cut with this adorable pattern. Now, even when I added the pattern, now I felt like my photo was just sitting there because obviously my collage is in black and white. So I'm just going to back it up with some black pattern paper, again, from the same paper pad. I'm really trying to stick to my stash. I'm not going through my other stuff on my desk and my other products. I just really want to use up my Halloween stash. So I found this adorable cat pattern paper. I'm going to trim it down, back up my photo with it, just to help my photo pop. Now, I recommend this all the time when you are, documenting or creating a project that's 31 days. Try to keep your project simple, especially when it's your first time around. And this is my first time doing an October daily, so I thought I wanted to keep it simple, cohesive, and consistent, so I'm able to document all the things. But if I were to start big, I think I would never finish. So I definitely recommend, if this is your first time around, go small, keep it simple, It's a great way to be able to finish up your project and enjoy it, if that makes sense. I'm going to go ahead and stick down my scary. And once I'm done sticking down my scary, I'm going to go into my embellishments and try to find little embellishments to add to my little die cuts here, or my letters. And I actually found a really cute little circle that said "Boo to You." It's like a sticker, so I end up adding that right in the center of my collage. And then I call day 1 done. Day 2 is all about documenting what we are going to be watching in October. So the kids and I chose 4 movies that we are sure we want to watch, and they are Edward Scissorhands, Lost Boys, Hocus Pocus, and Corpse Bride, I think that's what it's called. And I just created a collage of those movies, and I'm going to back it up with that same black pattern paper. Now I'm going to keep, well, this one's going to come together really quick. I'm keeping it very simple. I end up using the spider webs from my sticker sheet. Again, this is from the same collection, Hey Pumpkin. I'm going to add a few spider webs on my spread here. Then I'm going to grab a Kelly Perky stamp set. It's all about like binge watching and things like that. And I'm going to stamp watch right above my collage. Now the stamp said watched, but I'm going to clean off the ink from my ED and then stamp watch. Always think outside the box, make your stamps work for you. I'll also stamp major bench fest underneath my collage. And now I can go through my stickers and add a few stickers to just bring in some color to the spread. Now I had decided that I'm only sticking to my stash, but when it comes to stamps, I can go through my own stash and choose, stamps from my own stash as well. But I really just wanted to focus on using my sticker sheets and my paper pad and things like that. But with stamps, you guys know me, I can't just stop at using a few on a project. So once I add a few stickers here and there, I call day 2 done. And as you can see, it looks really, really good. It was simple. It came together really quickly, and I love how they turned out. Let's move on to day 3, and day 3 is documenting a fall haul. And of course, I'm going to be, using this photo of my Halloween stash that I'm using for my October daily. So I went ahead and again added my journaling on some printer paper. I will use my Everyday Explorer calendar day stamp set, and I stamp day 3 October and day 4 October. I just decided because my ink is out, my stamp is out, might as well, kind of do everything while I'm at it. Once I stamp out my days and my months, I'm gonna go ahead and stick these down and start working on day 3. Now, if you've watched my October daily plan and stash, I had some Traveler's Notebook papers as well from a Studio Calico kit. So I went ahead and trimmed down the black and white pattern paper from that kit to back up my photo. And once I added it, I still felt like I needed some kind of color. So I go through my Hey Pumpkin stash or paper pad, and I love that strip of yellow, like mustard yellow. I thought it was perfect to give a little pop to my spread, and it worked perfectly. I'm just going to use it to kind of cover half or the middle portion of my layout, and that way I can back up my photo and it brings in some color to my spread. Now the fun part begins. I decide I'm going to be stamping. I grabbed my Carrie Bradford Halloween stamp set. I'm going to stamp The Haul. There was literally a stamp that said The Haul, which worked perfectly. So I stamped that right next to my photo. And there is a stamp set, I think it was from Studio Calico, and there was this adorable tree that would fit perfectly like on my mustardy yellow pattern paper. So I grabbed my ink pad and I want to stamp it, but I noticed that my stamp block was in the way with the fold. I don't know how to explain it, but I had to take it off and just position it to the end of my block. That way I can stamp it perfectly and it's not gonna like be in the way of my fold, if that makes sense. Once I stamp that out, I'm gonna go through my sticker sheets and add a few stickers, and end up adding like a ghost, a bat. I even grab a different sticker sheet and there was some really cute little words, Halloweenish words, that I end up using to add to my Polaroid. By the way, I made all these Polaroids not with a Polaroid camera. I just use the app called Instalab. I think that's what it's called, or Instax Lab. I can't even remember, but it's a great app that I've been using for years, and it will make your photos into Polaroids. And I literally created a little collage of my Polaroids and print them through my Selphy printer. It's so easy to do. Definitely recommend it if you don't have a Polaroid camera. Let's move on to day 4, where I am going to be documenting a fall snack, or my favorite fall snack. This is a Middle Eastern dessert that I love so much. We do eat it throughout the year, but mostly in the fall, so I'm gonna be documenting that. I thought it would be fun to use my scraps here. I don't wanna waste any of this beautiful paper, so I do trim them down into strips, and I'm just gonna use them to add some color or back up my photo. I end up adding them to like the edge of my layout, and I'll stick down my photo. And of course, my layout is never complete if I don't stamp. So what I decided to do is go through my stamps. I found a stamp from scrapbook.com that said, "Eat, drink, and be scary." I thought that worked perfectly with my spread. So I end up stamping it in that empty corner underneath my photo. I also stamp Bewitching, I believe from a different stamp set. It could be a Carrie Bradford stamp set. And I use that as an embellishment. I stamp it on some white paper, trim it out, and use it as an embellishment. I'll finish up my layout by adding a little puffy sticker from my Hey Pumpkin stash, and I end up adding it to or above my Bewitching. And then I call my layouts done for the day. And I promise to be back next week sharing more. Maybe next time I'll try to add more layouts in my video. But I think this is turning out great. I'm really enjoying the process. I hope you guys have been enjoying watching me create in my October daily. There's so many amazing crafters out there creating October daily projects that I definitely recommend for you guys to check out. I'll try to add a few of them in the description box for you guys. But that's about it, you guys. This is how my October daily is looking. I'm loving it. I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and if you did, please give me a thumbs up. And if you are new to my channel, please consider subscribing. And I hope to see you guys very soon. Bye!